Okay, good evening, dear members. I am Shubhra Srivastava, a parent and a founder member of Indore Schools. As you all know that we have been bringing quite informative sessions, FB live sessions for you all since few weeks. So today here we are bringing you a very interesting topic and equally intriguing guest speakers. So have you ever wondered what happens if you don't send your children to school? How will the life be? How you will go about it, right? So to answer these questions, please welcome Mrs. Archana Gehlot and very sweet Maitri Gehlot. We will be discussing the topic unschooling, a self-learning method of education. So I'll tell you a little about Mrs. Archana Gehlot. She is mother of two children and she has unschooled her kids. This means, in simple words, that her children didn't go to school and they self learned. And her daughter Maitreya was then able to go to a foreign university for graduation. She came back, of course, to India and she opened her own startups, Asmakam and Coffee. Right, Maitri?
Yeah,
So, okay, so let's hear from them now. Ma'am, can you tell us a little about your life story and then
sure,
what is self-learning? What do you
sure.
mean by that?
Yeah. Thanks, Shubhra, and thanks everyone who has joined. Really excited to be with all of you together and sharing our journey. So, my journey as a mother, I think we all can relate to that. We want to give the best to our children's always, as a mother, as a parents, and as a family, I have been grown into very spiritual and very social impact family. My grandparents were freedom fighters. They worked with Gandhiji and also, and then Gita, Ved, Upanishad, our Indian cultural root environments where I grown up. I used to question always one thing in my mind, even when I was doing my IIT, mechanical engineering and all, working with Oracle at a director level and all. But constantly, this thing was coming into the mind that what is education? Is this education system addressing all the needs of a person's life? That is, so our life is three parts, spiritual, emotional, and material. And as we can see today, uh, we are just addressing one portion of it, that is the material, or we are just considering the successes, making great career and making a lot of money and getting fame. So I used to always question that, though I have been grown up into that conventional system, but my time it was not as bad as it is today. आज हमारे बच्चों को सवेरे से लेके शाम तक 16 घंटे लगे रहते हैं बर्थ के दो
True.
साल से मैं I started schooling from like 5 to 6 years of age, and my father was such that I was very sincere in studies, but still other children, other sibling also. My father was, if टीवी पे कोई अच्छी मूवी आ रही है तो he will say कि यार पढ़ाई छोड़ो मूवी देखो. So I
How
I
nice.
grown up into that environment. I always used to question, are we preparing our children, or this system is preparing the children and youth for real life challenges.
Hmm.
And I think this pandemic has proven that we are not prepared. So today is a world localization day also, and education plays a very important role. As we used to say that a child is raised by entire village, in
Very
olden times.
true.
Yeah. So as a mother, I used to always question that, because mothers are creators, and always used to think that instead of asking what do you want to become when you grow up, why don't we ask this question, that what do you want to create in the world when you grow up. So
Very nice question.
this change the perspective of, from reproductive imagination, which is that child thinks about whatever is existing in front of him, what he wants to become, to the creative imagination, that
Yeah.
what can I create, whatever I haven't seen, but they have a lot of imagination. We all know that children's, and everyone is born to learn. They have unique
Very true.
capability to learn everything, that we can see the example in front of our house, that our even 2-year, 3-year-old children are learning technology faster than us. So
Very true.
I always used to question this. Also, the education means to draw out people's talent, and every child is unique. So how we can make our children unique by sending them to the normal or common place where everyone is learning the same thing. In this
Right.
world, when we are even looking for our single dress to be customized and not like others, not similar to others, we just want to be unique. Why we are doing this to our children? Why we are compromising with their freedom? I'm not against schooling again, but the current system is such that even good teachers and good schools are also constrained by the systems,
Right.
things which is not empowering and encouraging children to be creative and learning the life skills. So these are some things which as a family we thought. My little one showed from the childhood that he is not a material who would go and live a disciplined and enforced life in the school. Maitreyi
Hmm.
Maitreyi went to the school until 8th grade when we were in US. But constantly we were talking, and we were asking that if you given the opportunity, what is your decision? Because we are a democratic family, and I consider even child are as a adult.
Adult.
They are the souls. I believe in rebirth. 100% faith in rebirth and our Indian values. So they are the souls in a short, like small body, but they have the capacity to understand and make any decision. So that's the basis of our journey where it started.
That's very impressive, ma'am. I must say, you have actually got your priorities right. Every parent, each one of us really think, even the educationists understand that there is a lot of problem in the current education system. So, this is why you started with self-learning and unschooling your kids, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
self-learning part, can you explain it to us, like how you inculcated self-learning in your
sure,
children? Like we know
sure.
that teachers are teaching, we are teaching. What is self-learning?
Yeah. So to explain self-learning is that currently, if we go back to the schooling history, it just started 200 years back, just after the Industrial Revolution, when people wanted labor and workforce to work in the industries. And then better half, like that is women and mothers, they were at home taking care of the children and taking care of their real education. They started thinking that we don't have enough workforce. So how do we include this 50% also into the product, increasing the productivity and increasing the economy, and advancing the economy and all
Yes.
those things. We will not go into that right now, but this
Mm-hmm.
schooling system just 200 years old. Before that we had our Gurukul system. The entire
Yes.
village and community was responsible for a child's growing up, and inculcating different skills which was needed for the life. Right
Yes.
now, when we talk about the curriculum, I don't remember I have used my curriculum any way in my life. I'm a mechanical engineer, but I had been working into IT industry for 20 years, and working into different areas. So I haven't used my engineering. I haven't seen any mechanical engineer doing the any like if they're
Textbook thing.
if their car is not working, they cannot do anything. So it's the learning
Very
or
true.
the schooling part what we are thinking. I haven't used
Yes.
any complicated mathematical formula anywhere in the life. So I think the curriculum based learning is something which is stopping our kids to be creative and expanding their horizon into different things which they are born with. So I think Mark Twain has always said that I don't want to interfere my schooling with my education. Here clearly it shows that education is something different and schooling is different.
Yes.
Schooling education is something which is happening going on entire life. We are lifelong learners. So every parent has to ask the question that what their child is learning, instead of how much
Mhm.
marks he is getting or what he is jumping on the grade to grade and getting the degrees and all. In my experience, after a 7 days of exam, if you ask, even the next day you ask the same question, what came to the last day in the exam, they will not be able to answer. So why aren't we questioning that where is the learning into even curriculum related subjects as well? So I think self learning is something which is not bound by the curriculum, but it is child led. Child, as he is growing up, he has different things which he brought from previous births, as well the environment he is in, like the kind of life demonstration he is getting from parents, the values, what kind of life parents are leading, what is happening in the surrounding community. He starts generating interest into different skills and different things, and it the self learning starts from there, that where his or her inclination is, and just study those things, and try to get it from yourself, nature, by doing different experiments hands on. We can just, as a parents, we can just be a facilitator, we can just provide the resources, but as a parent, even highly technical parents, me and my husband both, we haven't sat
Hello.
with them and taught them anything. So
I think we have lost connection with ma'am.
no, we are. Hello, Shubhra. Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Shubhra,
ma'am.
can you
I
hear
think,
us? Yeah.
yeah, actually lost you for a little bit now, but you are on now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are live
So
now.
self learning is mostly unschooling, but most of the parents I know, their journey starts with homeschooling.
Okay.
To just start doing the same subjects which is happening in the schooling system, but over the years, maybe after 1 year, they realize that even homeschooling based on the curriculum learning is not working for their kids, and ultimately they go to self learning and unschooling route. So uh, this is the self learning. Make your
Okay.
children's honor of their life and their learning.
Wow, that is such a nice thing to say, ma'am. So self-learning is basically they are learning from their surroundings. They are asking questions and they are answering them themselves, or either and everybody around them are helping them to answer
Yeah,
those,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
can you tell me what age you start with your children, and what age you suggest other parents who want to go for homeschooling and unschooling? What age do you suggest them to start with?
Okay. So my sincere request to the parents, that don't do anything, any teaching, any instruction-based thing until they turn 6 or 7 years old. Leo Tolstoy always said that real learning is until the age of 6 years. After that, everything is watercolor, which can go anytime in the rain. So learning within the family, with the grandparents, with nature, with exposing them to different uh, things which is happening around them, traveling, of course, playing the sports games, different games, interacting with different age group, that is real learning until age 6. After that, you start means you start just observing that where their interests lie, and children will themselves come to you and say that, uh, or they will show some signs that this is where their interests lie, and you facilitate those things. Don't panic, don't be anxious or stressed out that he or she hasn't learned ABCD or 1 2 3 4 or whatever. They will pick up like that. Even entire 12 years of
When the time
mathematics.
comes.
Yeah, entire 12 years of mathematics, I have seen youths and 13 14 years of age, teens, that they have picked up entire 12 years from 0 to 12 years, means
Oh,
up to 12th grade in 1 year itself, because they were really interested in learning mathematics. So this is how the learning capacity they have.
so what do you, I mean, I want to ask this question to both of you, and
Okay.
I want separate answers. Okay, so let's see what Maitri thinks about this question. So, what are the advantages of self-learning over traditional education system? What do you think as a mother, the advantages of self-learning, and what as a child, as a student, what Maitri thought of the differences, because she has been to school also, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to know the advantages from you and Maitri as well.
So my point is that they become more happy, which is our ultimate aim in the life. They find their
Yes.
purpose of life very early in the life. They don't have to wait until mid age crisis, where at the age of 50 or 30 we don't know what we are doing with the life. They become self dependent, independent. They are matured. They are very creative, and they have a sense of ownership, which gives them a lot of freedom and lot of ways to explore the world, not from our glasses or not
Perspective.
from our
Yeah.
views perspective, but they build their own perspective, and that is what I think every parent want from the child, that they become independent, they become happy, they find the purpose
Yes.
in life, and
Yes.
yeah, Maitreyi,
Maitri.
Nitin.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to, for me personally, it's more like self learning sort of liberates you in a lot of ways. I think when we talk about a traditional institute of education, like a school or a college or a university, whatever, there's a lot of spoon feeding that happens. So a lot of knowledge is
Yes.
basically spoon fed to you, and even that isn't. It's all theory based. It's not. Never once do I remember up till eighth grade that we were ever taught how to pay our taxes or how to pay bills or
Oh,
how
that
to
is
go out and make a living, which is what you need to function in life. So all of that you learn by living life, which doesn't really happen when you're spending 8 to 9 hours in a
at
four-walled
school.
institution learning through books, and then obviously since we live in India, so then another 2-3 hours at a coaching center. So
That
yeah, so
is
I
so
think
true.
yeah, I think what self
Hmm.
learning does is it lets you live life and sort of learn from life as you go along the way. I think experience is always the best teacher. So yeah, and like that's what I'd say. It makes you independent in a lot of ways. It makes you responsible for your own learning and whatever you want to do in life. So it makes you basically responsible for your own life from a very
That
young
is so
age.
nice.
Yeah,
Hmm.
which is I think what we aren't even equipping our next generations or our children to do right now, because up till they're 18, up till they're an adult, even after that, for 3 to 4 years of college. So by the time they're 22, they don't have ownership of their own life. They don't
Very
know
true.
how to live it. They don't know how to make the big decisions because that's all being made for them.
Yes.
Forced on them.
Forced on them.
Yeah, post on them sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
I'm
So
so happy to see so much of life perspective that you have at such a young age. Maitri, I really appreciate it. I'll come to my
Shubhra,
next
one
question.
thing, Shubhra, one thing I wanted to add, that they are
Yes,
ready
please.
to face any failures in the life, because
That is
they
very
have
important.
taken, yeah. So failures they are facing, they are facing a lot of challenges at the very tender age. They are facing the comments or criticism from the surroundings, that we used to get, that their kids are not good in study, that's why they are not going to school, and after some point we just stopped saying that.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yeah, you hear
yeah,
so
so
many things. When you go on a different path, you get to
yeah.
hear so many things.
And another
That
thing
is
on
so
a
bad.
lighter note is that we as a parent are living our life. We are not enslaved by the system to be there with the kids, to take care of their exams, to take care of their tests. You cannot go anywhere. You cannot meet your relatives. Every time mothers and fathers are so much stressed out with the schedule of the system that they stop living their life. So I think on a lighter note, I feel myself very lucky that I am free.
You are free, yes. So, ma'am, coming on to next question, like in schools, we have exams, right? And that is how they promote children to the next level. So, how do you decide when you are unschooling your children? How do you decide that they are ready for the next level?
I think there is no next level evaluation or anything, because they are not going through any curriculum or any test or anything. But there are options for the homeschoolers and unschoolers. They can take NIOS 10th and 12th grade exams. But there are many online courses also, like Khan Academy, edX, Coursera, everywhere. They can apply their learning to real life courses and get the certification, and they know where they are at. But generally, because it's not a curriculum based things, we will know, and they will know for sure when they face the challenges in the life. Then only they will find out if they are prepared or not. And
For the next level.
many, yeah, 90 to 95% or maybe 100% homeschooled or unschooled parents have seen their kids doing great from a very young age. They are
Oh.
so they can say, and these kids learn so fast because they take learning in their hand. It is not enforced on them. So for example, my son decided that everyone in the community was giving exams. He was thrilled that I need to give the exams. He never went to school, but this year he appeared for NIOS 10th certification exam, and he prepared everything. We didn't have to go do any coaching or any formal tuition coming up for him. He is now equipped to learn everything on his own. He will find all the resources. He will read book himself. He take the test and everything himself, and he's ready to give exams. So, and he had done great in 3 months of study.
That is so nice.
Yeah. So
Actually, my next question, sorry to interrupt you. My next question was this only, that which boards accept this self-learning or unschooling method, because you have to give 10th and 12th, right? Give 10th and 12th, and which board you select?
So it depends, Shubhra. Many parents I know, they have done CBSE as a dummy students as well. Some people have selected IGCSE board, A grade and O grade and whatever. NIOS is the best thing because you don't have to spend a lot of money, and then they have a lot of flexibility in terms of selecting your subjects. And it is the best. I don't say that they are very good in the communication and the administration, but otherwise they are great at with a minimum expenditure. You can get the required certification for 10th and 12th. Which is, and it is equivalent to any board in India. In foreign also it is considered as a same accreditation for any, with any board. So even competitive exams in India where 12th and 10th certification is needed, NIOS 12th certification is same as anyone else. So yeah.
Okay. Yep. So actually, I wanted to ask, you went to University of Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Yeah. So what exams did you give? Like, children here are giving SAT, GRE, GMAT, and all these exams to go to foreign. What exam did you give for the admission to this university?
I gave the SATs.
You gave SATs.
Okay.
And they consider, Maitri will tell that they have a separate procedure for unschoolers.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I would really like to know
very
that.
Flexible to that. So they basically, for homeschoolers and unschoolers, if you haven't been to school, they accept a transcript basically made by your parents or by you. It has to be signed by one of your guardians and notarized. Otherwise, you basically in that transcript you say from 9 to through 12th or whatever in the past 4 years that you were supposed to be in high school, everything that you've learned, maybe online courses that you've done, books that you've read, all of that stuff you put in there.
Not
in the application.
Necessarily the same subjects which they are expecting.
Yeah, not necessarily. So you put in everything that you've learned and you basically build a portfolio, and that's what you send over to them, and they accept that as an equivalent to any other high school transcript that they get.
Okay, so did unschooling give you some extra points when you went for interview or in your application? I have to ask this.
I mean, I couldn't say, to be very honest, 100% if it did give me an edge or not. I do know that whatever was reflected in my portfolio were things that I was very, very passionate about and then I did do. And so I was a psychology major. That's how I gotten in. That was the major that I declared on my application. And I think it very well reflected on my portfolio that I had spent a lot of time sort of pursuing this subject and doing whatever, doing community work around that, really brushing up on it and all of that. So I think they could really see that. Also, the thing is they look for very well-rounded individuals, which as an unschooler and self-learner, it helps because you're doing so many things at the same time and you're exploring so many things. So yeah.
So she also did teach college and secondary level students English into Kasturba Gram, and she worked with mentally retarded,
Differently able.
differently able children, and did so many different things which was written and in the portfolio, and
Added
they
to
could,
the portfolio.
yeah, they could make out that it is not a fake writing, she has actually done it. So yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Quickly, I have two, three more questions because we are running out
Sure.
of time. But this is
Yeah.
very important question that I also asked you while we were talking on phone. That parents are why parents are sending their children to school is sometimes they want to develop social skills there in their children, right? How
Yeah.
to handle people going out, in an environment there are so many children, teachers, staff, and everybody. So you must get this question a lot. How do you address that?
Yeah, we do, especially when we do workshops at Asmakam with parents also. So very, very simple answer to this, which is that with the word homeschooling, it's a very misleading word. People get this image कि घर में बैठ के पढ़ रहे हैं, which is not the case. It's more that you're out in the world, and I feel like it gives you better social skills than when you are in school, because when you're in school, you're basically interacting with people, your peers who are the same age as you. They're going through the same things that you. They generally come from the same sort of demographic as you do. And
Same
I think,
status.
yeah, same status, same everything. You're wearing the same clothes. You sort of have the same problems. And I think that really limits your socialization a lot, because this is the only type of person that you're comfortable talking to. Someone who is very, very relatively similar to who you are. So I think once
Wow.
you sort of free yourself from that, I think we travel so much and we got to meet so many different people. I have friends who are 36, 40, and I have friends who are 13. So I don't think it's
80, 90 as well.
I don't think it has affected my social skills in any way. I think also the other thing that I'd like to say to parents everywhere is that people have different types of personalities. I think we also give a lot of importance to social skills and this ability to be able to talk to people, which when you see, like, there's different types of personalities. There are some people who do thrive in crowds and who love talking and reaching out. There's extroverts and there's introverts. So I think also just accepting what your child is from inside also. It isn't important for them to, this isn't something that they are supposed to have, that they should be able to comfortably be talking to people, or that's something that they enjoy doing. So if your child isn't that, and if that's not their personality, if they'd rather stay in and read, which was what I was and which was what my brother is also, I think that's okay also. I think accepting that as well, that just to be successful, you don't have to be outwardly very, extroverted.
So
Social.
yeah,
Know many
Yeah,
people.
exactly. Yeah.
and
That's
then
such a good answer.
these guys are interacting with a person of 0 age to 80, 90, 100, with the same comfort
No
and
limit.
same, yeah, same
Hmm.
knowledge limit, so I see them talking to different people, and I really feel good about that. They are just talking as they are the same age, so
So one of the questions that arises my mind is then we see there are so many advantages to self-learning. Then why does our Indian education system doesn't promote it? What do you think?
I think it is a mindset, Shubhra, that we are into competitive mindset as a
Hmm.
parent. We want to show off where our children go to school, which school they attend. Also, we are having fearing mentality. So we are so much fearful about the future of our child that we are ruining their present. We don't know what is going to happen in the future. Rather, you let them live their life happily right now. So you know how it works that if you tell, like, my father was there who was saying, like, watch TV, and I said no, I don't want. So it happens, like, if you give all the freedom, I have seen them, these kids, that they watch TV probably 5 days or 10 days for 24 hours. After that they were so bored that because they are very creative, from the childhood. So parents should think also, parents don't think themselves empowered that they can teach their children. But this is
Hmm.
very misconception or conditioning of our thing, that we cannot teach math or we cannot teach other curriculum. If you
Hmm.
see that most important things in the life child is learning, on his own, from the childhood, learning to walk, learning to talk, learning to so many different things. They are capable of learning. You don't have to teach them anything. So you get out of their way, even this
Okay.
online schooling is happening with the curriculum. I just hate this. People have been asking what you are doing at Asmakam. I said, let them enjoy this free time. Don't
Mm-hmm.
force their kids. They losing 1 year or 3-4 months is nothing in compared to the long life we have. So why you are worried? Let them live their life. Let them play, let them do whatever they want, let them be creative. They cannot watch TV or internet 24 hours. They are so they are matured, and they are responsible enough to understand. Other than these things, I think parents also are fearful about the future of life, which is means very valid question. But self learning and
It is.
homeschooling doesn't mean that these people will not get job anywhere. My son
I
is
think
15. He is equipped with anything which he can get the job where the graduate or postgraduate will go.
yeah, I think it's also a very subjective thing. I think in the end, all parents want their children to be happy, but what we I think lose in all of that is that happiness also a very subjective thing. So maybe for our parents, happiness was owning a big
Hmm.
house, बंगला होना चाहिए, गाड़ी होनी चाहिए, तब जाके
You
खुश
are
होते
right.
हो या खुशी मिलती है, ये settle,
Settle hona.
this is how you lead a successful life. But I think all of that is also changing very rapidly within generations also. So their perception of happiness might be different than yours, and I think also accepting that maybe they're happy living in a small flat and
not owning
traveling
anything.
and maybe not having a 9 to 5 job. Maybe that's what they find happiness in. So I think also accepting that and saying, giving them, putting that much trust in your children that I know that you are smart enough and responsible enough to know what is good for you, and whatever I can do to sort of guide you along in that journey and help you along, I will do. Which is what I also tell to parents. We say this a lot at Asmakam, that parents and anyone who has any role in a child's life, it should be as the facilitator. Which
Okay.
means, so to facilitate means to make things easy, which is I think as adults in any child's life, that is our job, to make things easy for them and interfere as less as we can possibly. Help them
That
when
is
we come
actually
to us
very
for
right.
help.
Yes, every parent want their child to be happy, and as you
Yeah,
said, the definition of happy for us, for Indian society, has always been with the materialistic things. But I'm so happy to hear that Maitri is saying that this is changing in their generation. So I'm hoping the change is coming, and very soon too. And so, ma'am, you have shared a clip with me, a YouTube
yeah,
clip,
yeah,
which you want to show us to our viewers. It is 1 minute video.
yeah.
So, let's see that, and then we'll
Sure.
conclude the session.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Do I get a chance to say thanks after,
You
or
do,
just do it
you
now?
do, you
Okay.
do. Just a minute. I'm playing the clip, and I hope
Yeah.
everybody will enjoy it.
Yeah. Voice.
I think Shubhra, it's not audible.
It's not audible.
Yeah.
No.
Probably we'll have to ask viewers if they can hear. Or maybe I don't know if there are any issues. We can just put it in the link. Hello, Shubhra, you are on mute. Hello,
Okay.
you are on mute. Yeah.
Okay. So sorry. Yeah, what we can do,
Yeah.
is that we will share this video on the comment section,
Sure. Yeah, that would work. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ma'am,
And
I would like to conclude the session now because we don't have any questions from the audience right now. But I'm sure that we have questions after more and more people watch this session. And I'll tag you in those videos, and
sure.
I hope you find some time to answer those
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. We
And
would
I
be
want
more
to
than
thank
happy. Yeah.
you. I want to
Yeah.
thank you and Maitri for your time. And I really hope from all my heart that more and more people join you in your journey. And it was really, really nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot to Indore School, Shubhra, Rita, and also educators of Indore. As I said, I'm not against schooling, but I think in future course we have to see that this system should change. Probably flip school would be the more appropriate option for 99% of people who are still going to school. But hopefully parents understand that they don't force their children with their expectations and their fear for the future. One last thing I would like to tell moms that um, in in uh, in the pursuit of liberation of ourselves, I think we have become the slaves of the system because matra mukhena shikshanam, matra hastena bhojanam was our cultural value, which
Right.
women and mothers and grandmothers were able to build the entire nation and entire society. So we should take it back in our hand rather than being the slave of the system now, and totally dependent on the system that schooling will do everything. Parents has a big role to play in their children's life by demonstrating from values of their life and how they are leading their life. And sustainability and localization is the mantra of future, which has to be, I think, be very prevalent in the coming time. So thank you everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
having us.
Thank you, Maitri. Thank you, dear members, for joining us today. And hope this session was of information to you. I sincerely request you to put up questions on the comment section so that ma'am can answer it, Maitri can answer it. I see few questions, but we are out of time, and I see that you have answered those questions in the video. So, but I'll tag you in those. Thank you so much,
Sure.
everybody.
Wonderful.
Stay
Yeah.
safe.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for your time again.